The air inside the banquet hall clung to me, thick with the scent of lilies and champagne, when Emily's voice sliced clean to the soft hum of our vow renewal guests. I never really loved you, David. Not even in the beginning. Her words were blades, sharp, cold, cutting straight into my chest. The room spun around me, a blur of gasps, clinking glasses, and her steady eyes locked on mine. The shimmer of her silk dress under the chandelier mocked the vows we had just spoken moments ago. My throat constricted. My pulse thundered in my ears. I stood there, frozen, a man realizing he'd never truly known the woman he'd called his wife for 10 years. The day had begun so differently. Sunlight had poured through our bedroom window, turning her auburn hair into threads of fire as she adjusted my tie. Her fingers lingered at my collar. Her smile, soft, distant, carried warmth that somehow felt borrowed. "You look perfect," she'd said, her tone gentle but detached, like a familiar melody drifting from another room. I'd blamed it on nerves. Renewing vows was supposed to be monumental, right? A fresh promise, a celebration of everything we'd built. But now, hearing her confession echo through the hall, I realized that distance had been there for months, maybe years, quietly festering beneath the surface. The signs had always been there. The late nights at her law firm, her phone angled away when she texted, the way her laughter felt practiced when I asked about her day. I'd told myself it was just work, the stress, the grind of chasing partnership. Love blinds you, or maybe it makes you willfully blind. I'd ignored the shift in her touch, the way she flinched when I talked about our future. Each memory now replayed in my mind, grainy and undeniable. Scenes I should have recognized for what they were. Why? The word tore from my throat, raw and broken. The room fell silent. My best man, Tom, shifted awkwardly beside his wife, who clung to his arm. Emily's mother, sitting in the front row, stared at her daughter, shock etched across her face. I wanted to demand answers, to shake some truth out of her, but my hands trembled uselessly at my sides. Emily's lips parted, then pressed together again, as if she were deciding whether to twist the knife further. "I thought I could do it," she said at last, her voice soft yet piercing in the heavy quiet. "I thought I could live this life, be the wife you needed. But I've been lying to myself as much as to you." Her hazel eyes, once my refuge, were steady now, emptied of warmth. "I'm in love with someone else." The room tilted. My knees nearly gave way as I gripped the edge of the table, the rough linen digging into my palms. Someone else. The phrase slammed into me, stealing my breath. Suddenly it all made sense. The late-night texts, the unexplained dinners, the unfamiliar perfume on her coat. How had I missed it? How had I convinced myself we were fine? With who? I demanded, my voice splintering. Every guest was frozen, their eyes darting between us. But I didn't care. Let them see. Let them watch the wreckage. "Does it matter?" she shot back, her voice hardening. "It's been happening for a year. I didn't mean for it to end this way." Her gaze flicked toward the crowd, her composure faltering for a heartbeat. And in that tiny crack, I saw something, guilt, maybe shame, but not regret, not love. A whole year, 12 months of lies, of her coming home to me after being with him. My mind flooded with images I didn't want. Her laughing with him, touching him, belonging to him. Rage rose, hot and bitter, but beneath it was something worse. Heartbreak so raw it carved me open. I wanted to scream, to smash something, but instead I laughed, hollow, jagged, the sound alien even to my own ears. 10 years, Emily, I said, my voice shaking. 10 years. And you stand here, in front of everyone, and tell me you never loved me? Her eyes flickered. For a moment, I thought she might break, might cry, but she straightened instead, jaw tight. "You were stability," she said quietly. "You were good, David, too good. I didn't deserve you, and I knew it. But I couldn't keep pretending." The words cut deep, not because they were cruel, but because they were true. I'd always been the steady one, the fixer, the man who loved her even when she pulled away. And now, for the first time, I saw it clearly. I'd been loving an illusion, a ghost of who she once was, or who I wanted her to be. The air in the hall thickened, heavy with whispers and pitying glances. I couldn't breathe in that room anymore. Not with her, not with them. I turned and walked away. My footsteps echoed on the polished floor, each one heavier than the last. The weight of her betrayal pressed against my ribs until I could barely stand it. Outside, the night air hit me like glass, sharp and cold. The stars hung indifferent above me as I leaned against the brick wall, trying to steady my breathing. And then the tears came, hot, furious tears that burned down my face. But beneath the grief, something darker stirred. I thought of the years I'd given her, the sacrifices, the dreams we'd built, and the way she destroyed them so effortlessly. And then I remembered the USB drive I'd found in her desk drawer last week, labeled Work Backup. At first, I'd almost ignored it, but curiosity or maybe instinct made me look. Emails, photos, evidence, proof of her affair, saved neatly and intentionally, as if she wanted to be caught. I hadn't confronted her. I'd been too afraid, too desperate to keep believing I was wrong. But now, standing in the cold, everything was clear. Revenge wasn't in my nature. But justice? That was different. I pulled out my phone, my fingers steady despite the storm inside me, and forwarded the files of her firm's ethics board, anonymously. Her career, her spotless reputation, those had always been her true loves. Let her lose them. From inside, the muted sounds of laughter and conversation slowly returned. The world kept turning, indifferent to my ruin. I straightened, wiped my face, and walked back into the hall. Not for her, for me. I'd face the questions, the pity, the whispers. I'd rebuild piece by piece without her. As I stepped through the doorway, our eyes met. Emily's widened just slightly, fear flickering there for the first time. She didn't know what I'd done. Not yet, but she would. And that was enough.